I remember distinctly when I was really just in junior high, the first time I took a trip to Colorado. And I remember being on that hike and coming along and coming to a little stream going across the mountain. And I got down on my hands and knees and drank out of that stream. And it was like nectar. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to find a way to get out to the Rocky Mountains and live out there. So when people said, oh, well, you have to go to this school for your graduate work, I said, okay, I'll do that for 4.5 years or whatever it takes to get my degree. But I went and did a postdoc at the University of Colorado, and then I went and worked at Los Alamos for about 5 years. And there was pretty early in Bozeman, and you know, there wasn't a lot of optics going on here, but there were a few people here, and in this department, Rufus Cone was here, and so that really played a role, because Rufus Cone was here, and John Stover was in electrical engineering, and I thought, well, that would be good.
When I arrived in MSU in 1974, there was really no laser activity at the campus. Pat Callis in chemistry was doing spectroscopy, which was my field. I was given $5,000 to start my laboratory, which sounds like a complete joke in modern terms.
But it turned out that some of the work that I was doing in Los Alamos wanted to continue to do that work. And so we established a collaborative program to do that. And so part of the deal on the collaboration was there was a big laboratory full of equipment down in Los Alamos, and I could take that on loan. So when I was working at Los Alamos, actually, I was working behind the fence. So that means there's these armed guards and so forth. So I thought, if I really load up a U-Haul truck full of lasers and optical tables and, you know, basically $1 million worth of things behind the gate, would I be able to get out through the gate? And it turned out we loaded it all up, and I drove up with this U-Haul truck to the gate, and he just waved me through. We came here with a truck full of equipment, and very nice and expensive equipment, backed it up to AJM and Johnson and just unloaded it, and it gave us a really nice start to get the whole program going and get the lab going.
So we started building up a laser capability in the physics department pretty much from scratch. The laser system that we're looking at here was completely built in the physics department shops. And the interesting thing is that it was mostly built by undergraduates. This laser is called a nitrogen laser. It's in this screen box because it generates a lot of radio waves every time it flashes. And the box is used to confine those radio waves so it doesn't broadcast into everyone else's lab.
There's a number of experiments that are going on. You know, in our program, we're doing a lot of monitoring experiments.
So my name is Jeff Wicks, and I'm working in the Carlsten lab here at Montana State University Physics Department, and we're working on a field deployable fiber sensor array for measuring carbon dioxide concentrations underground. And this is one of the actual fiber sensor probes that we'll be using.
So typically our experiments would involve shining that light onto a crystal, which would absorb the light or not absorb it. Scientific Materials, the first company with which we've had extensive collaborations, relies on those kind of measurements to characterize the materials that they produce in Bozeman and that they sell.
What I see in all the students that come here, or at least a large fraction of them, they come here because they love the outdoors, they love the valley, the skiing, you know, the hiking, and just the beautiful, clean environment that we have. The thing that's nice is when you have so many companies, they can kind of help each other, and it really is a really nice environment, and coupling with the university is really good too.